Students, today you will hear a story about Mr. Cross. Mr. Cross swats a fly. Mr. Cross was always angry. He was always angry with his family and friends. He shouted at his wife, children, and at his friends too. So they all stayed away from him as far as possible. This made him angrier. One day, Mr. Cross was busy writing a letter. He wanted to complain to the mayor about all the other people in the town. Just then, through the open window, a fly buzzed in. Oh, bother! At once, Mr. Cross got up and began to shoo the fly away. "Shoo! Out you go!" said Mr. Cross. But the fly didn't go away. It began to buzz around the ink pot on the table. Mr. Cross grabbed a ruler and hit at the fly. But oh, what's this? The ink pot fell, and all the ink splashed over his letter. Now Mr. Cross was very, very angry with the fly. "Hey, you fly! You dirty thing! Wait till I get you!" He rushed after the fly. The fly flew into the kitchen and settled on a pot of honey. Down went Mr. Cross's ruler. It toppled the pot of honey. The honey spilled all over on the table. Buzz went the fly. Snap went Mr. Cross's ruler, trying to get the fly. But no, he could not swat the fly. It buzzed merrily from place to place. The fly then flew to a shelf of jars. Mr. Cross was now trembling with anger. He picked up a rod and brought it down heavily on the fly. But the fly was too quick for him. The rod landed on the jar and crash! The jar broke into 100 pieces. Buzz went the fly, louder than ever. And Mr. Cross followed with his rod. Wherever the fly went, jars, cups, saucers, plates, bowls, glasses, pots, everything went crashing to the floor. What a mess the kitchen was! But Mr. Cross could not stop now. He threw away the rod and began to look for something bigger to swat the fly. He found a large and heavy frying pan. Holding it in both his hands, he got ready to strike. Just then, the fly came towards him and settled on his nose. "Got you!" cried Mr. Cross. And, oh dear, he struck his own nose with the pan. The fly flew out of the window. And Mr. Cross, well, he had a painful nose. So, what did you learn from this, children? Getting angry is not good for you. Getting angry leads to a lot of damage. If you get angry, it prevents you from thinking properly, just as Mr. Cross hit himself. Getting angry leads you to harming yourself.